listening to the Bear Grease podcast, and we just stopped and got McDonald's. Great breakfast, but we should be there in about an hour and a half, pulling into the cabin, and then we're gonna start scouting right away.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. Weather's cold tonight, but at the end of the week it's gonna be 80 degrees, so
yeah, the conditions are going from good to bad. Born Again and Wild Thyme are already up there. I believe Born Again has a deer on the ground already as well, so we'll get the full details when we get to camp. We're about to bomb in, huh?
yeah, get the first sets hung at least close by.
Yeah, it's before noon. We're here at the cabin, first day. Just got here. I'll do a quick tour, and this will be the last time we have to do an actual tour. Me and Luke's got our stands all over the place. But this garage area is real nice. And then big kitchen, do all our cooking. Living room, hang out after dark. Full bathroom. One bedroom, put two dudes there. Luke brought a cot. Pretty simple. But it's time to get some stands hung. We're gonna be a little bit rusty because it's been a while since we've done this kind of style of hunting. 2 years for me. How long has it been for you, Luke?
I hung one of these stands last year and hunted a few times.
Yeah, I hung one at the farm, I think. One or two at the farm, but it was a little bit different. Drove up with the general and just plopped it in a tree. But we'll see. Should be fun.
We've gone over two ridges and there's a field. It's going to be directly behind me that direction. It's in the bottom. It looks like a cut cornfield. It's on private land, but it's probably, I can't really get that close to it even if I stayed on public. But I have found all sorts of acorns. I mean, there's acorns everywhere. There's a trail right here. There's one that runs up this way. One that goes up that way, and you can tell the deer just, I don't know if you guys can see that one that comes right down there, but this spot is just packed full of acorns. So Caleb's gonna go a little bit further. He might just hunt on this ridge up a little bit, but we're gonna hang a stand right here for later.
All right, guys, first setup is hung here, public land, Indiana. I'm only about 12 feet off the ground, but this is a big, as you can see, all these green trees and that one are all oaks, and acorns are dropping as I was up here hanging my stand. I'm at the highest point on this particular piece of property where it comes to a point down off this side, which would be the upwind side tomorrow morning. 3 or 4 rubs and a huge scrape about 75 yards down the draw. So I think this is kind of the destination where they walk through on the way back and forth. There's some ag fields down there. I'm gonna walk this ridge out, scout my way out, but I'm pretty pumped with my spot for tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go meet up with Luke and Isaac at the cabin, and then we're gonna start working on this evening spots. Definitely a bed right here. And this is an old logging road, and my stand's about 60 yards in that direction. So this top looks like the spot to be in the morning. I just jumped something right when I got done that last interview. I just jumped something really heavy out of this thicket, and then there's rubs, little rubs here entering all over the place. I can see at least 7 or 8 rubs from where I'm at. There's a buck that was bedding in here, and he will be back to this spot this week. I need to catch him on his way back. That's a really good sign. Really good sign. Dropping pins. Second scrape I found. We're actually on the same line as the other one I found. Me and Luke both have our stands in between here. Pretty happy with the early sign, to be honest. Pretty happy with the early sign. There's a rub right there, a good one. I bet you, now that I'm thinking about it, oh man, you're in the spot. That buck's coming this way, bedding up top. Who knows what he does in the evening. But in the morning, I bet you that buck's coming this way. Curling up and bedding up top. So you're going to have the first opportunity in the morning, especially if we come down, let's get into our spots early. If he's coming across this face, there's a nice gentle slope, but as you can see the direction on these rubs. That's rubbed off a little bit. He's definitely coming this way. Rub on that tree there.
Well,
This is what we've done.
it looks like we might have gotten into the thick of it
Right off the rip.
right when we started.
We'll just take this all the way around.
We're gonna go scout somewhere else because there's thousands of acres of public land, and then we're gonna hang some stands for the evening hunt. Probably not gonna hunt here, and then we're gonna get into it in the morning. We're gonna see what happens. Well, we'll be hunting here then. This is perfect.
Let's go put our eyes on the top and then maybe we'll come back in here.
Yeah. There's gonna be anywhere to park. That's the only problem.
So we checked some of the back roads on the way here, and there was plenty of places to park.
'Cause
Like
this
they
is the
mow
main
the
road.
sides of the road. They're like 1-lane gravel roads, and they're mowed.
So I'm gonna drive up there and try to get up to this little bench.
Yeah.
Field.
No, go back to where we're at real quick, just so I can look at what Onyx says about where we're at. Okay. All right, spot number 2, me and Luke. This is not the answer. There was a cornfield and a hay field that kind of look attractive, but we did jump one lone deer again out of a thick spot. Sounded like a smaller, younger deer.
Well, here we go. Absolutely gorgeous day. A little hot for our liking, but you gotta work with what you get, Mother Nature. But going out for the first sit of this Indiana Public Land Challenge we got going on. I did hang a stand this afternoon after we got here to camp that I'm gonna go to in the morning probably. I'm taking my other stand in tonight. We'll do a short little hunt. It's already 3 o'clock, so we only got like 3.5 hours. And where I'm going is pretty close to the road, so that's the plan for this evening. It's kind of like a ridge line between some cornfields, so it's actually kind of a cool public piece that it's between some crop fields. So see if we can get any movement. Probably gonna bump a lot of deer out of there if nobody's been in there, because it's just a ridge line between 2 cornfields. But it's pretty much what I'm working with tonight. I'll see you once I get in the woods. Gotta get a stand hung and hopefully get a sit in. So we'll see ya. Luke and Caleb are also out.
See ya.
6:30.
So, as I was about to walk into the woods, a local pulled up, and he's hunting. He hunts his public just like anyone else did, but he was actually headed in the same direction that I was going to go. It seemed like he had his had everything figured out where to go, and he usually hunts back there. So he showed me a way to go. I'm going to go straight into the woods, and he said there is an oak flat. Oh, I just saw something. He said there is an oak flat about 200 yards in, and so I was asking him, like, where are the acorns at? That's what I want to hunt. He's like, there's an oak flat 200 yards in. You'll see it, like, no problem. So I'm headed this way. He's headed to a thicket, he said. He actually showed me exactly where it is on the Onyx. He said the landowners that butt up against there, they hunt and have cameras and stuff. So I'm going to stay out of his way and go this direction. And we're going to see what happens. I'm pretty pumped that he was pretty cool about it. Hopefully he's showing me the right way, but you never know, I guess. He could be pointing me, like, towards the worst shit ever. So we'll check it out and see what happens.
Alright guys, quick interview before I get into hunting mode here. I'm on the end of an oak flat. I finally found some oak trees. It took a while. I went to the top of a really high ridge and there just wasn't any oaks, but it's the first night here. It's Wednesday, Indiana public land, YouTube meetup. I'm pretty far in, and getting the stand hung was a hassle. The first one I hung this morning was fine, but this one was just an absolute hassle. But I'm up. There's acorns raining down all around me. Got about an hour and a half, 2 hours of light left. Should be fun. Alright, set up on this oak flat. I can hear acorns dropping right on this ridge line between the two cornfields, but they're way down low. I'm way up high, so I'm hoping to find some bucks cruising this ridge line. The wind's coming this way, so bucks coming up out of that creek bed. There's a little bit of a saddle behind me. Hopefully they come over into that cornfield. So that's the plan for the night. It's a little windy, a little warm, but hopefully I have some movement. First night in Indiana, public land. Let's go. Alright guys, it took me forever to get set up, but we're here right now. We probably have an hour, a little bit more than an hour daylight left, so up in this oak flat, and look, it looks pretty sweet. I got the trail I came in on. It's right up there. This is all oaks and just acorns littering the ground everywhere. I mean, it looks super awesome. So hopefully the deer come through and we can make something happen tonight. Stick around. Well, that's the first half day in Indiana. 0 deer, a couple squirrels. Looks like we're gonna have our work cut out for us, but we're hoping for the best. We'll see y'all in the morning. All three of us ended up having a slow night on stand. We went back to the cabin for dinner and to pore over the maps and formulate a game plan for the next morning. Little did we know what was in store for us.
Does it look like it's not going to fall off?